Happy welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be doing this foundation workshop with you. It is going to be a blast, lots of learning. Let me just move this around so I can have me in speaker view. But as you guys are popping on, tell us where you are from. We would love to know because we have always everyone come from so many different states. And so we love to see where we're spanning across the country. Super, super fun. Put it in the chat. If you don't know how to use the chat and you're new to this, go ahead on your phone. You just push more and then you put the chat feature or it's chat on your phone. San Antonio, Texas, Alaska, California, Texas, moved to Arizona recently. Has it been hot there? I'm in California as well. Wisconsin, California. I love it. Lakeside, which is in California. Love it. Awesome. San Jacinto. I hope I'm saying that right. I always say that one wrong. But that's near Hemet, right? Up in up there. Okay. Love it. You guys, welcome, welcome. Well, I'm super excited. Before we jump in, we have so much to go over with foundation today. I only have my eyebrows on. I only have my skincare on. And I have like a balm because I am going to show you a full transformation. But before we dive in, I want to know, what is your guys' biggest hang up when it comes to foundation? Is it oh, we need to have you guys do a certain text. Okay, I'll ask you the question and then we'll make sure you text the thing. Is it finding the right color? Is it application and tools? Or is it how it sets on you? Like you just feel like it could be I say how it looks on you, it could be pores, it could be wrinkles, it could be like you feel like it's just not settling in right. Not too heavy, always too yellow for me. Finding the right match. Okay, how it settles in. Okay, finding the right color match. So finding the right shade and getting the right type. So how it settles on your skin is going to be prepping your skin and also finding the right one for your skin type, because just like skincare, that there's ones for normal to dry skin or oily to combination skin, there is different ones, and we're going to learn about all that tonight. But I want to make sure that we get you entered in for some prizes. So I'm going to have you text the word summer to my number 619-202-8225. We have some fun stuff to give away tonight. We've got some fun foundation kits and things that we're doing, some random makeup that we're giving away. So go ahead and just the word summer, not your name. Give it about 60 seconds. You'll be getting a couple links. And you don't want to put it into the group chat. You're going to want to text it directly to that number. So we'll copy and paste that into the chat as well. Let me turn my sound off because you guys are getting it. It's all coming through. It's texting. Awesome. And that way you'll be entered to win our foundation kit tonight. So our foundation kit is going to be a CC cream, one of our new cream blushes, and also a concealer. Okay, so someone's going to get that whole little kit at the end, but we also have eyeshadow and blush and liquid eye, all kinds of stuff to give away in between. So Melissa, make sure you mark me in the chat, because maybe in between, some things that I do, because you know how I get carried away, you remind me that we need to give away some prizes. It's hard when you're doing your makeup and you're talking at the same time. All righty, well, I'm going to have this on Spotlight. I want to make sure, you guys, I don't have any filter, by the way, on my face, but I want to make sure the spotlight is off because sometimes that makes it look a little different. The portrait lighting, just so we get full effect of coverage of foundation. So it all starts with skincare. When we are frustrated of how it is settling into the skin, it could be the foundation type, but it could be your skin prep. And so I just made a reel literally 2 seconds ago, and I'm going to show you a side-by-side of doing skincare and primer to one hand and absolutely nothing to the other hand. And I am so curious. Watch closely and tell me what you guys see are the differences. So let me go ahead and pull that up, and then we will dive into some other fun things to learn and some applications. So let's make sure this is on for sharing and sound. All right. We were dancing for a while in the ocean, ocean, ocean. Love the way you lay me down and break me open, open, open. We were dancing for a while in the ocean, ocean, ocean. right, so I'll pull it back here real quick and pause it. Let me just move it so you can. All right, so without skincare, it is such, where's them side by side? Let's get them right there. Okay, so without skincare, okay, this looks way lighter, patchy. It's sinking into the pores. It looks dry, uneven. If you have dead skin, it's going to catch to that. It's going to make us look older. And I used a very opposite skin tone color just so you could really see the difference on me. Look at how much brighter. Look at how much more coverage. Look at how much more glow. Look at how it's not grabbing on into my wrist that you're seeing every fine line and wrinkle. So skincare and prep make a huge difference. And this wasn't some whole big thing. I just exfoliated, cleansed and moisturized, and put some primer on. So that is already on here besides primer. So I'm going to go ahead and put some foundation primer on right now. And I am only going to do, I want to do one half of my face, I guess, to show you the difference, or I'll just start with halves as I go, I guess. We'll just do it all. Okay, so we're just going to put this a little bit. So it's a crime not to prime. So this is a silicone-based primer, and what it has is an SPF 15 in it, and it's going to help fill in all the pores, all the fine lines. It's going to really help it to stay on all day. So that way it's not budging. If it's really hot, not melting off, it just goes right to there. I have a little line from my glasses being on all day. And then I'm going to take one of these little sheets. And I love these because I like to go in before my foundation, and I like to absorb maybe any excess from my moisturizer, maybe just overproduced oils, or maybe any extra of the primer that didn't settle in. Make sure and get those eyelids so we don't crease in the eyelids. And I will show you this one compared to a brand new one. This is going to really help to pre-prep the skin. See that big difference? Ugh, gross. Okay, so we did that first, takes away that shine. So before we jump into these next pieces, we want to learn a little bit about skin tone. Okay, so with our skin tone here, I want to kind of check in on your guys's skin tone. And so you can go ahead and put it into the chat. Remember, commenting in the chat gets you some more entries for stuff we're giving away. But let's find your undertone. So if you're a cool undertone, you burn and stay burnt when you typically go out into the sun. There is no tanning for you. It is just peeling. You might have very light skin tone or freckly or cool undertones. If you are a neutral undertone, you may burn a little bit, get pink, but then you're going to eventually be able to build it into a tan, or it's going to turn into a tan a couple days later. And if you are a warm undertone, you are going to tan when you go out into the sun, deepen, or not change at all in any kind of way. So go ahead and put in the comments, which one do you think you are? Are you a cool undertone, a neutral undertone, or a warm undertone? And I'm going to show you guys some pictures of our foundation of why this makes such a difference. So when we're talking about finding the right shade, sometimes we can have the right level of darkness, but not the right undertone. And then it makes us look really odd. So let me show you. I actually swatched these onto my hand today. Let me make this big. And I did it in every skin tone. So I want you guys to now see the difference. Now, these are all the same level of darkness. They're only one number off, meaning they're all the same depth, but they're all in a different undertone. So this is ivory. See, the cool has this almost pink undertone. The neutral has almost a yellowy undertone, and the warm goes more towards this golden, a little bit more orangey undertone. So when we go to beige, same thing. Look, this is a cool undertone, neutral, and warm. So if you were to put warm on me, I could maybe look really orange and that like Oompa Loompa feel. If we were to put cool on a warm undertone, she may look really ashy. She might look really like it's just making her look really dull. And then this is in a bronze tone. So we're seeing ours only come in cool and warm. And so we can see a big difference there between cool and warm. And that's only one shade apart right there. And what a difference it makes of just being in the right undertone. So once you know your right undertone, the next thing that we would figure out is what kind of coverage are you looking at? Maybe I'm more cool. Isn't that interesting when you start to see those colors? You're like, wait a second, maybe I'm changing. Let me show you this real fast before we dive into of why this is important. If you have been a shade all summer and maybe you're starting to lose your tan and around fall time, you're going to need to maybe go down a shade in your foundation, and you were to look at our foundation choices in our catalog, this is why tone also matters. So for example, if you are an Ivory N160 right now, but you start to get a little bit lighter in the summertime, you would not go down to Ivory W150 just because it's a lower number. You would skip to Ivory N140 because you need to stay in your undertone, but go down a lighter shade. Now let's do it the opposite way. What if you right now are a beige N150 right here, and you're going to get darker? You're going to go on a trip and you're going to get a nice tan in the Caribbean. You wouldn't go up to beige W160 just because it's a higher number. You would go all the way to beige N190 because you need to stay in your undertone, but go to the next darker color. And if there's some in-between shades and you're not sure what to do, neutral's always the safe one to go if you're in between with that, okay? So after you kind of now understand that tone and changing your level of darkness, and you're like, Brie, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Will you match me? Some of you might have already tried this. So let's really quick show you how our new AI foundation matching tool works. And I know some of you already did it, sent me your photo, so you are going to get an extra entry for our $1,000 giveaway coming up. But this takes no time at all. So if you'd like to match yourself after this class, we will have a fun foundation kit for you. Let me actually show you the foundation kit real fast. If you haven't finished customizing or the answers, we lost one. Hold on, it fell off. 1 second. It's right here under my coffee cup. Okay. So we just made a whole new one if you've ever gotten one. So it's going to have your primer, your perfect match, and your concealer color that goes with it. So you're going to get a whole foundation kit for attending this class, even if you're a consultant. So this might help you find your perfect color, or your beauty consultant can help you. So look at how to do our AI matcher.
Mary Kay just launched their brand new AI foundation finder, and I had to try it. It's so quick and easy. First, you choose your coverage and finish. I went with medium coverage and a matte finish. Then follow the prep tips: bright, natural light, hair pulled back, clean face, and no makeup. Once you're ready, the AI scans your skin and gives you 3 personalized shade matches. Each match is designed for a different undertone: C for cool, N for neutral, and W for warm. Here's a quick way to figure out your undertone. If you burn and stay pink, you're probably cool. If you burn a little bit but can eventually tan, you're neutral. And if you tan easily or just get deeper in color, you're warm. My results: Ivory N140, Ivory C100, and Ivory W130. I swatched each one on my face so you can see the difference. The cool tone has more pink, the neutral is balanced, and the warm has a golden hue. Once you know your undertone, you can pick the shade that blends seamlessly into your skin. Your perfect match. If you want to try this yourself, message me and I'll send you the link. It only takes 2 minutes.
All right, so you can take the picture, send it to us, and we take all the guessing work out of it. It's so easy. So we'll try to put that link in the chat if we can, maybe Melissa, for them to do it at some point. And if not, we'll message it to you after. Okay, so let's dive into some concealer. All right, so what is your guys' biggest concerns as we go to apply? We have brand new concealer. It's so awesome. But what has been your hardship with concealer if you do use it? Has anybody ever had any problems with their concealer, like creasing, or maybe not finding the right color, or maybe where should you put it? Any of these things or other things ringing a bell for us. I'm just bringing up some of the things I had on here. Okay, so wrong color, when to apply, all the things, highlight lines, color matching, caking. Okay, love this. So here's what I love about our new concealer. I was just pulling up what I had about it. Sorry, guys. Our new formula is all these things on here. Here we go. Our new formula. Here's what I love. It's a totally different thing. So it has a precision applicator. Comes in more shades than we had that are truer to skin tone. It's lightweight and buildable. So you can really continue to build on it if you're needing more coverage. It blends effortlessly. You're going to see me blend it out today of how it's going to blend in with the skin and not have a sharp contrast. And it comes in 12 inclusive shades for the skin tone. So this is going to help to brighten, it's going to help to conceal, and to perfect all in one step. Now, here are some rules about some concealer as a rule before we show application and some tips of wear. If we are trying to brighten the under eyes, we only want to go one shade lighter. We do not want to go multiple shades lighter because that's going to make us look kind of funny. You know, if you've ever seen in a camera where you have the back flash and you just look really light under your eyes. If we're going to match blemishes, redness, dark spots, we want to match your skin tone and be as close as possible. This is just a more concentrated formula that's going to give us more coverage than our foundation. And if you ever are trying to highlight or contour, more so contour with it, then you of course want to go darker, but which you can use these to do that. So that's when you should be, how you should be using your concealer. So let me show you a quick picture of application of how a lot of people used to do it, which might have been creating some creasing versus some new. And I will try this on me so that way you guys can get a live tutorial. So if we can see here, this is the old way, really doing this triangular motion underneath the eye, doing a lot, which let's zoom in here. Look at how it really cakes up the eye underneath there, right? Versus doing a little bit in this inner corner, doing a little bit in the outer corner to lift, helping around the nose. You could help to contour to lift in here too. That is the difference of maybe some application. So you could take a screenshot of the screen if that helps you with a visual. You can always message us too and we can send it after. So I'm going to show you the difference of that as well. The last thing before I start getting into it, because once I start applying, things get wild, is we have some new under eye corrector. So what is the difference between that and concealer? So concealer is going to be for brightening and coverage. Under eye corrector is specifically for under your eye, and it is specifically for dark circles, discoloration. Maybe you look puffy, maybe you look purple, maybe it looks really dark under there, you're looking really tired. This is to specifically correct that area. So you're going to notice, let's look at some tones before we pop into this of concealer and under eye corrector. Our under eye corrector comes in these peachy tones because peach cancels out purples on the color wheel. So if you are an ivory tone, you would go with this light peach. If you're a beige skin tone, depending on what end of beige you are, light versus deeper beige, you could be in either, and a bronze skin tone is going to be in our deep peach. So these are very peachy, but they are supposed to be because they are a corrector. They are supposed to even that out. And then once your foundation goes on, and I will show you, you will not notice the peach or the orangey tone anymore. As far as concealer, once we have you matched with that AI finder, we send you your sample kit. We do have an entire chart to help us know exactly what would be the best concealer for you to take the guesswork out. But if you'd like to see some swatches right now, this shows our 3 light versions, our 3 medium versions, and our 3 deep versions right here. So that way you can kind of just see those different options. If you have used our concealer in the past, the last thing I'll show you before we get going here is we do have a conversion chart. And this just also helps you to see it on real live people. So you can just kind of see the difference here. So let's make this big. Entire screen. Okay, so now we have these 12 shades. So we can see from light ivory to, or light 1 to deep 3, all the different options here of skin tone, if you kind of feel like you match one of those. And if not, like I said, we have a conversion chart once you get matched. Okay, so that is our concealers. So we're going to jump in as you apply. I would love to know also, what do you feel like you need? Are you the girl who does need concealer? We're going to start with concealer. I'm going to do a whole concealer lifting on this side, and I'm going to do under eye corrector on this side so we can see the difference. So are you someone who needs some color correcting, or are you somebody who needs concealing, or are you somebody who needs both? So look at how easy this is. We can just put little dots. Just going to put a little tiny line like this, and we're going to show you some lifting with that. So I am using the light 2. Then our tools make a difference. So I'm going to be using our cream color found little brush here. It's meant for liquid eyeshadow or concealer. And so I'm just going to lightly pat it in to my eye, feathering it out, making sure to get into this inner corner, getting underneath, blending into this side right here. See how I have a little bit of texture in there? Oops, we don't want that there. I caught it. I want this around my nose. Okay, so we're gonna put, and a little bit goes a long way. Honestly, you can just put a little dot on your the back of your hand and then apply it later. But if we just take our finger and we just kind of melt it in there and just kind of pat it in, look at the seamless finish and great coverage. You can get this. Look at this. We're gonna go up like this, and this is going to help pull and lift that eye up. So again, I'm just going to come in with my finger just to kind of warm it up a little bit, blend it out so that way we don't have any hard lines. Can I even come in with our foundation brush right here that we're going to be using a lot, just to kind of feather out any ends. Look at the difference of brightening from this eye to this eye, of what a difference that coverage makes. Okay, so this would just kind of chisel out our contour if we wanted to do that, if we wanted to play with it. We don't have to. We could just use this to conceal different parts. See, I have a little fun little dot right there. Goodbye. We didn't want her there anyways. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we're just kind of snatching up the face. I have a little bit of bruising right here. I ran into a door, and I am probably the klutziest person. We are getting ready to go on a trip to Yellowstone, and I'm getting used to a whole new trailer and where things go in the trailer. And I took my head right about off. Okay, so we're going to cover up that if we have any little bruising. Look how nice that blends without looking like a whole different foundation. Seamless finish in there. And you can really just get in here and perfect it. If you want to, we can kind of fix a little bit of what was going on with my glasses sitting on there. So there is our concealer. Okay, under eye corrector. Let's do that on the other side so you can kind of see what that looks like. And I'm going to show you a difference if we need to control and not use as much product. We're just going to do one little dot on the back of the hand. And then we're going to use our little concealer brush here. And I'm just going to go in and just grab a little bit on the tip of my brush. And notice that this is a peachy undertone. Again, I'm just kind of focusing on the inside and outside for the main application. And then I'm going to come in and blend. We really want to get in that inner corner to correct. We get really dark in that inner corner. Oh, sorry, it's talking to me. Okay, so that is correcting. And you could do concealer on top of it. So if you're having a lot of issues, we could correct first. I don't have really the darkest of dark circles under my eyes, just with my skin tone. So this is more brightening, but this could correct first, and then you could do concealer over it. If you'd like to see concealer over it, just you're like, is it going to look too heavy? Is it going to look creasy? I'll do a teeny bit over it just so you can see full coverage if you needed both. So I just put a teeny bit here. Dipping in, and again, just going exactly in those same spots, right up as close as you can to that lash line, because sometimes you can see your skin come through that's a little pinky. So we want to get as close as possible. Getting that lid, take the foundation brush, pat it in, blend it out so it's a seamless finish. So that could be concealer and under eye corrector. So you could do either one depending on what's going on with your skin. Okay, so let me just put a little bit, if we have any, look, a little blemish here. You can just tap it in. I do more of a tapping motion. You'll see that with most of my foundation techniques versus like this right away where you're going at it. I am just tapping it in everywhere So that way we're pressing it into the skin, keeping max coverage, but blending it out. So then again, I love this because it's so dense. You can just kind of come in and just pat it out. So then that way we don't have any little white dots all underneath our foundation. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna give away a prize because there's so many fun comments in there. And then I'm gonna tell you all about the different foundation options you can use on top of your concealer or your under eye corrector. So Melissa, what's our first prize that we're giving away? And let's see who's gonna get one.
We are going to give away, oh, perfect. We're going to give away an eyeshadow. So let me screen share so you can see. Okay, let's see who our winner is. Sasha, congratulations, friend.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to also show you a trick I don't want to forget. But with concealer, you put it on, you're going to let it sit, you're going to let it push its way out. So sometimes we just go, too much, and we got to let it kind of settle in, and whatever didn't settle in will push its way out. So we'll reblend after foundation, and I'll show you a tip with what to do with some powder underneath to not over crease, but set it. Okay. So foundation types, we have a couple different types. So what is maybe the best for you? So I just made this today, and oops, I don't want that. Hold on. Okay. Can you see that, Melissa? Just the one screen, because I touched something weird. All right. So flawless finish. So we have our Time-Wise anti-aging foundations. These come in matte and in luminous. They both have a 12-hour hold. They are both medium to full coverage. However, the matte has a 12-hour oil control, and the luminous is going to help you have a beautiful radiant glow because it's going to be more hydrating. So matte is going to be best if you have more normal to oily skin. You tend to get really shiny throughout the day. Luminous is going to be great for more mature skin, needing more hydration, more normal to dry. Here's the fun bonuses. Our foundation is an extension of our skincare. So it has the anti-aging 3D complex that is in our Time-Wise set. So you're getting those collagen producing benefits, the brightening benefits, the firming benefits, all within your skincare, which also means if you've ever had a fear of trying foundation because you're like, it's gonna make me break out, this is the best foundation to not break out your skin. This also offers a blue light protection. So if you're in front of TV, computer, it's going to help protect. Now, maybe you're more of a CC cream gal. Maybe you want more of a light to medium, more natural, very skin-like, run out the door, quick everyday routine. This also has an SPF 15 in it and a ton of benefits as well of brightening and evening the skin tone. And then which powder is best for you? We have two. We have a silky setting powder. This is going to be a light to medium coverage. You could use it on its own. This is so silky. It's great to give a polished look, and it's very shade specific. So again, once we know your foundation color, we have a little chart. We'll be able to figure out the shade you are in your powder. And then translucent, any skin tone can wear it. I'm telling you, even if you're the darkest skin tone that we have, it will not leave that white cast on the skin. It is very finely milled, so it's not going to build up in the fine lines. And it's just completely invisible. It just helps with shine control and setting, which you're going to watch me use today under the eye. So comment in the chat, which one do you think is the finish you prefer? Are you a foundation needing the matte or the luminous? You need some more medium to full coverage? Are you around the door? You're like, CC cream's kind of like a tinted moisturizer. Or are you a powder girl? You just want to throw on some like mineral powder and call it a day? Or you're the everything. Give it to me. I'm going to do all of it. I'm going to do the primer. I'm going to do the concealer. I'm going to do the foundation. I'm going to do it all. So put in there what you think you are. And today I'm going to be using our Time-Wise 3D matte foundation in the shade Ivory N140. Am I? Maybe I'm not, because I had it with me and it escaped away when I was doing all those color matchings. And I guess what I have in front of me is our CC cream. So it's okay. It'll still show you. This is something I use every day too. So it's in a little bottle here. And we're just gonna dot it on. We're going to pat into the skin. I think you'll be surprised how much coverage that the CC cream actually gives and looks like a skin-like finish. It's a little bit hydrating. I'll do half and then you can see the other half. So always make sure to get those eyelids. And remember, see that? Pressing in. We shouldn't have to go past here for your foundation or it's not the right color. Okay. If you have to go down to here, we got to redo it. We don't need to go down your neck that far. Okay. We're going to press into the chin, right above into that nose, really getting into all those creases. Try not to mess up the brows. Get off the excess right here, just so that way we can do the forehead and then you can see a complete side-by-side comparison. And we'll do powder too. Okay. So there is CC cream, a little bit more hydrating. Matte helps to control shine, a little bit more skin-like, great for mature skin. However, look at this when we add some powder with it. So I'm going to put on some silky setting powder. Let me just do this over here. I'm almost out of it. So this, we're just going to put into this right here. I'm going to take my all over brush and look that this is just going to make it look so silky, just like it says, and finished, and take away shine. Jen, you have a question?
I do, because I bought that and I don't know how to use it.
Okay.
Did you put it on the lid or what did you do to get it?
So this, I'm almost out of it. So when it's first opened, like I have barely any in here. When it's first opened, you just need to tap it because
Okay.
it will come like out. But these can twist back, so then it doesn't come out when you like are transporting it and stuff like that. So you can just take out a little bit at a time. But yeah, you just put it into the lid, tap it. And if I had a ton in here, like if it was brand new, I would really tap out the excess. So then I don't have a ton on that powder. That's a great question. So we're just going to press there and see how it took away all that shine and it still blends and it looks skin-like and it doesn't feel like you have anything on or sticky at all. So that is the CC cream. And I might go grab, so we can do a comparison. Let me just grab a sample back here real fast, since I lost the other one. I put it back in my makeup bag. All right, we're gonna do matte on the other side, just so you can see the difference of the two, to see if there's any extra coverage. So I have a little sample like you guys are gonna get. Guys, a little bit goes a long way with these. So don't feel like you got to empty the whole thing out. Start with just a little bit on your counter or the back of your hand, as long as your counter is like clean, so you can kind of control. That is plenty. And I still have a ton in this sample that you can get. Okay. Luminous Beige 110 and Silky Setting Powder to set plus mist. I started using MK back when they had heart-shaped sponges to press over the face to set makeup. I mean, in the 1980s, that's awesome. Okay, so this is our matte foundation. So you notice a lot less shine up front. My light might show it a teeny bit. This is starting with a light coverage. You could really build into a deeper coverage if you want to do another layer, but already a little bit of a different finish. I'll add a little bit more to do my forehead. And something fun too is I will mix my CC cream and my matte foundation to get kind of like a hybrid, which is kind of fun. So see, a little bit more coverage. It's kind of wanting to kind of creep into my brows here. We're gonna get that lid. We'll fix that later. And this is gonna stay on all day. A little bit goes a long way. Now I was looking up prices of foundation. Put in the comments, what's the most you've ever paid for a foundation? I'm just curious, just to compare. What is the most you've ever paid for a foundation? $39, $30. Not too bad. Awesome. Around $20. I'm going to just do some translucent powder on this side. 50 from Sephora with a sad face. 25. Okay. You guys are doing pretty good. 70. Jelani, she came in hot with the 69.99. 50. Jeannie said, okay. All right. So Estee Lauder, 40. Okay. 0, because I was afraid of getting the wrong color. So you haven't been doing foundation. Okay. Let me just fix this eyebrow. So Mary Kay's foundation, the one I just put on, this matte with the anti-aging, is 25, you guys, and it lasts me, and I'm a heavy foundation wearer, just frequent, and I would say minimum I'm getting 3 to 4 months out of my foundation. Some people I find get 6 months because they're just not wearing their foundation all the time, or longer. So this is our matte side. This is our CC cream side. They may look kind of similar on camera, but this is going to be a little bit more full coverage, a little bit more matte. You can kind of see like my cheek color a little bit more through this one, where this is a little bit more full. So those are some differences there. And then let's give away another prize before I show you one other new product, and we'll give away some fun extra stuff. So Melissa, what are we giving away next?
We are giving away a blush. So
Okay.
let me share our screen. Let's see who our winner is.
Emily Rondo. Congratulations, Emily. Surprise matte looks way better than I thought it would, more life. So under here, I don't know if you can see it. I can see it in my thing. I have a little line right in there. So my concealer likes to crease in that. So when I talk about pushing it out, see right there how it pushes itself out after it sits long enough. So that is where we would want to take a brush that doesn't have really anything on it. Go through and blend out what pushed its way out just in here. Just kind of press it out a little bit. And then take a little blending or eyeshadow brush. Make sure it's clean and has no eyeshadow on it, okay? And I'm going to go into our translucent powder, and I'm just going to tap as much excess off. I'm not doing this with like a triangle. I'm not patting a ton on. I'm going to just barely dust underneath with this, just to get enough and to set it, but to not make it look creasy. And then we just kind of open that up a little bit and push that away. So if you can see the difference here, we can see some creasing, and here really helped to kind of take that away. If we over powder though, that's where it can get a little bit wild. So we're just going to come in here. We need to again pat out the excess that came out. Let's just kind of move it and then come in here so we can get that precise, barely any, really get in there deeper than the other brushes can, and set it. Go ahead, Jen.
Sorry, I have another one. You probably answered this, but because I'm trying to learn about the powders. So what is the difference between the silking setting powder and the
Translucent.
translucent?
So the silky setting powder, even when you look at them, this has a tone to it. This is going to actually give more coverage on top of the foundation that you're using. It can be used as a foundation by itself as well, if you just want a powder version, or it can help to control shine and give extra coverage. So this we have to actually color match you for, because it's a specific tone. This is clear. This is going to be on any skin type. It just basically settles into the skin right away and you don't see it, and it helps take away shine. So this isn't giving extra coverage. This is just setting the foundation and helping there not to be as much of an oil or a sheen or feeling sticky.
Gotcha.
Both do that, but one also gives coverage as well.
Got it. So is it like the finishing spray, but in powder? or no?
Yeah, I mean, but finishing spray isn't going to make you feel matte. It's not going to make you not take, if you don't like that wet feeling, a
Mhm.
translucent powder is going to help take that away. So that way you feel like just your skin and no stickiness. Where the
Gotcha.
finishing spray, which good job, it's right here. This is going to set it. This is going to be like, imagine hairspray for your face, but that's good for your face. It's kind of keeping everything in place and not moving and settling everything. So
Okay.
this is kind of just, we're not going to budge and we're going to feel refreshed and we're going to keep it on.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
Good questions. So we have some new cream blushes. So we're going to show you how to apply these blushes, just so that way we can have a little bit of color before going into our last piece here. So I did make a video and I'm excited to see what your favorite color is. So pay attention to the tones and put it in the chat of what your favorite shade is. See what was in the chat there of what your pink stars, coral kiss and passion fruit. Okay, pink stars are buff. I like the last one, passion fruit, but pink stars for sure. Okay, pink stars, I was going to do passion fruit, but apparently everyone keeps saying pink stars. Well, it's not near me either. So I apparently left everything far away. Okay, let me show you too though with these. Let me pause it for a second. If you are more of a cool undertone, you are going to want to go for this passion fruit color. You could also do the pink stars. If you are a warm undertone, you would look better in the coral kiss and the soft buff. Or if you're just kind of scared of everything in general and you want to just be very calm in the blush color, I would then go for the soft buff. But these two are going to be great on cooler tones. This one's going to be greater for warmer tones, if that helps you also match what's going to look best on you. Because sometimes we just like a color, but maybe it's not what looks best on us. So this goes a long way. So we're just going to do one little dot, okay? And you can do it with your fingers, or you can do it with your little blush brush. So we are gonna just get in here and pat it. What I love is it's buildable, so we can really start with just this soft finish right here. And then I'll show you that we could build it up a little bit if we want to. But isn't that really pretty and natural and just gives that beautiful glow without being too overpowering? I love it, Alfie. It's easy. It's like dot, blend it out. That's it. Just stipple it away. I'm like Bob Ross over here. Just stipple little clouds on your cheeks. Okay. So we're just going to do one little more dot just to show you a little bit more buildable. If you're like a big blush gal and you're like, I want more, I want to see the depth. Okay. Then we are going to be able to build a little bit of a brighter, more intense look if we want to. If you ever want a little overboard, it's okay. Just put a little bit of that maybe silky setting powder or a little bit of your foundation over it. Let me put my phone on do not disturb so it doesn't all talk to each other right here. Okay, so that could be just a tiny bit more. Now, I personally would still set this. You don't have to. This is just me. I would probably set it with a little bit of translucent powder. I'm freezing here because it was talking and everything. Let me turn off my video for a second, turn back on. Okay, so I would just kind of go in and just slightly set it so nothing moves with that translucent. So that is the one color, super, super easy. So we have some deals for you tonight with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull them up. And then Melissa, were we able to find a video as well for, okay, so we'll come with that in just a second. And then do need the matte powder brush. I know you could use our beauty blender, which is like a sponge, but honestly, you guys, this brush does everything. It does contour, it does highlight, it does blush, it could do the cream blush. Like if you're gonna get one tool that can do all the things, this one. Okay. So let me show you some of our foundation sets of specials, and let me show you our blush set this evening that you can do. So let's start with our foundation. And then if you guys got that second link, you'll want to make sure you fill out this survey, because this is going to get you into the entry for our free foundation kits. So our Flawless Face Pro Kit, that is going to be everything that I basically did today with every single tool. So it's going to give you the liquid foundation brush, the primer, under eye corrector and concealer, your foundation, your silky setting powder, the finishing spray, powder brush, and concealer brush. So they're 15% off today. So that would be $108, and you're going to save $19. The everyday essentials is just your primer, a concealer, and a foundation. Of course, you can add anything on, but that would just be a set. We're going to save $9. And then the Flawless Start is like, at least get your right foundation color and the brush to apply it with. I am telling you, the brush makes all the difference for the flawless finish. That brush is only $14 on its own, and I've had mine for probably over 8 years. I love it, and I use it all the time. So that's going to be a question you're asked in the survey. Which one is your favorite if you could only choose one? And then we also have this cream. If you want to get a new blush, these are coming out on the 16th. Look at how cute these are. So these are the 4 colors, and you can get the blush brush with your favorite blush color and save $6 when you get it as a little Glow and Go duo. Alrighty, so as we share a quick video here, a little bit about our Mary Kay opportunity, make sure you fill out that second link so we can get you into our entry to go, and finish with a couple questions as we rock it out at the end. But Melissa, if you want to go ahead and share that video, let's do that, and I'll put my other blush side on. And do we have one more prize to give away too? Okay. So we'll do the video and then we'll give away the thing, unless you want me to do the other one first. By the way, she's bringing that up with blush. Oh, it's okay. I'll tell you after. Go ahead.
One of the things I've learned is some of the most challenging seasons or challenging moments can often lead to the most blessed opportunities. Some people may not know by looking at my life now, but one of the greatest challenges that we've had to overcome and we still work with every day is my battle with cystic fibrosis. And that's what really drew my attention to growing and expanding my Mary Kay business. I've been able to really think about the best things for me and my health, and my Mary Kay business has worked around my life. Little did I know that I would spend, half a year on the road as we follow my husband's dreams of his career, but I can still build and continue to build my Mary Kay business along the way. I spend most of my time traveling the United States with my husband in our RV. And I love so much that I've got my Mary Kay office box, I've got my laptop, I've got my cell phone, and I'm in business. I get to support him by helping with all of his social and content. He's a professional fisherman, and so we start the morning with launches, video, photography, all the things for him to get out of the water to compete. And so you'll see me behind a camera, astonishingly so.
Anything is possible when we come together. We can light it brighter.
The quicker you release the opinions of others, the quicker you will reach the freedom you desire. The day that we really decide that we're not going to let the opinion of somebody else determine the dream that God put in our heart is the day that you unleash the freedom and unleash the power that God has put within us. Because when you love people and you want to serve them well, they become such loyal customers. My favorite part of the business is being able to take Mary Kay anywhere I go. Anywhere I am in life, I can take my Mary Kay business along with me, and it's always there. That means that no matter what season of life you're in, no matter what city, what state you're in, no matter what challenge you're going through, no matter what it is, your Mary Kay business is always there. It just fits.
Anything is possible.
Awesome. Okay, so how many more prizes do we have, Melissa? 1, 2. 2? Is that what I saw? I'm reading through the Okay, so as you do that, you can put me in the chat if it's 2. So we'll give away 1 then right now if it's 2, because I'll give away 1 more before we do the final kit then. So let's go ahead and give away 1 more. I really like the matte look, Nancy said. Awesome. All right, let's see who our winner is. And if you want to unmute and tell us what they're getting too.
They're getting a liquid eyeshadow.
Fun. Those are fun. Rachel, congratulations. You are getting a liquid eyeshadow. As you guys talk about the matte, I mean, ignore blush, but this is the matte side of foundation. And if you notice, this is a lot more glowy on this side. This is the CC cream. So you can definitely see a much more hydrated look than this side. Also with that cream eyeshadow or the liquid eyeshadow, this cream brush is great to blend them out. So you can do it for that too. So perfect. Okay. So let's do some quick questions about the opportunity. And then we are going to give away that final foundation kit, which you are going to get a CC cream. You're going to get a cream blush, and you are going to get a concealer. So all of your answers right now, plus filling out that survey, that one about what was your favorite sets and things like that, are going to get you into an entry for that. So you just got to learn a little bit about our opportunity. And so I love sharing with women a little bit about how our company works. And this month, actually tomorrow, is going to be our 62nd anniversary of being in business. Tomorrow is 62nd, right? This is 62 years. I always get confused. Okay. I added on a year for the last year, like age, and I'm like, we're not there yet. So 62 years. And Mary Kay started this company back in 1963. And I really believe she was a woman before her time because oops, my other light just went off, but that's perfect. We got done with makeup. I really believe she was a woman before her time because back in 1963, who was creating a side hustle and being a woman entrepreneur? Not many people, but here was Mary Kay's intention: to create a company that allowed women to grow their deserve level, that had a huge support system so that they could truly grow something magnificent, but not be putting their priorities to the side, which were faith first, family second, and career third. We are actually still family ran. So her grandson is our CEO, and we are family owned, which keeps those priorities and culture still alive today. All of our makeup and products, again, setting us apart from other brands, are by the EU standards, which ban about 1,600 harmful ingredients. So you're getting a really healthy product, but is supporting the US because it is made in the US. And we are the #1 best-selling skincare and cosmetics brand 3 years in a row in the world with direct sales. So I always tell people those are just some of our fun facts, because if you ever did consider to do something on the side or have a way to make extra income, go with a company that has been around, who is stable and who has the right values. So some quick questions to get some more entries. Income. We make 50% of everything we sell. We can also make extra income on building a team. We can also make bonuses quarterly, monthly, yearly. We can also get fun things like free cars and free trips, or take the cash value. So I wanted to ask you guys, if you had an extra $500 to $2,000 in your bank account every month, in addition to what you already have, what would that go towards or enhance in your life right now? Consultants and guests, you all get an entry. Put it in the chat. I'm so curious to know. As you're putting that in the chat, I was talking to a young girl today in college, and she was just kind of telling me about how much time she works and what she makes. And we basically figured out that she could make more than what she was making in about 5 hours a week, So to make an extra $1,500 a month would take her about 5 hours a week in what we do in Mary Kay, just to give an idea. Home improvement, trips, pay off debt, help start my new single life. I love that, Kathy. I'm right there with you. My rescue pets, vacation, for my upcoming B-Day, pay off debt. I love it. I love it. Keep those coming in. The second area that I love about Mary Kay is the freedom and flexibility, and that you can truly work this business from everywhere. I love that we showed Randy's video because I know her personally, and how cool is that she gets to travel and do her husband's dream while still making a 6-figure income of her own. I'm about to go on a 2-week camping trip again to Yellowstone next week or so with my son and my dad. We go on a 3-generation trip that I don't have to request time off, that I can literally work from a forest, that no one gets to control my time or where I work. So if you could control more of your time, really your day, what would it allow you to do more of that maybe you can't do right now? If you got to control more of your time, what are some things that you would love to start doing again? And yes, of course, travel and things like that, but how would you want your day? How would you want your morning to go? Is there any hobbies or things that you're not able to do, or time for yourself, or just really getting to design your day? Golf, bike, hike. Jane, you're active. She likes all the sports. Okay. Reading and building a library, acupuncture sessions. That's fun, Jess. I like my holistic buddy over there. Sleep, sewing for fun, not have to rush out the door at 5 a.m. That, right? Get to have a slow morning, coffee, journal time, prayer time, read, crochet, fly out to see family. Love that. Okay. One more area is, if you had to choose between having a mentor who would guide you and support you and believe in you, or if you had to have a community of people you got to work with who are really positive and uplifting and encouraging and helpful, or you got to be recognized for your efforts, clapped for, fun prizes in the mail, special notes, just one-on-one appreciation, get sent on a trip. I've been to Scotland, Paris, Bahamas, get a fun diamond ring, or take the $5,000 in cash. Well, what kind of woman are you? Are you the one who wants the mentorship? Are you the one who wants the community? Are you the prize girl, the recognition girl? Which one are you? Put it in the chat between those three. Which one would be the most important to you? Love that. Oh gosh, all of them. She's like, I can't choose. Don't make me choose. That, you know what? The girl today said that too. She said, I can't choose one. I said, okay, we don't have to. I want you to have your choices. All right, prize and mentorship, community, friends. You guys are making Melissa's hand fall off. She's just putting she's like, I can see it in her eyes over there. She's like, copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay. Okay, I love it. The last one, you guys, is personal growth. And I think personal growth is so awesome. A little bit of my background is my mom actually died when I was 20 years old. And I came from a family full of addiction and mental illness. And so for me, I did not think I was someone who was ready to ever do something like this. People look at me now, not the 13 years ago, who was on anxiety medication and depression medication and in years of therapy, or about to go into years of therapy, and who didn't believe in herself. So to be in an environment that teaches you the way to not just have a business and to think, and the everyday skills, but the confidence to believe in yourself, your speaking skills, to have higher self-esteem, to have that self-trust, and just be happy with who you are, no matter what you accomplish, to raise your skills in time management. As women, we're balancing so many things, and how do we get the most effective things done? Money management. I can't tell you how many women are like, I need to manage my money better. And I'm like, let me help you manage it and grow it. And then the leadership skills. And so there was a dream planted in my heart that if a woman could raise one of those skills, it would change the way she went home to talk to her children or her spouse, or the skills she would be available to receive at work, or what she believed she deserved, really being the cycle changer. And so if you could grow in one of those skills, confidence, self-esteem, time management, money management, leadership skills, which one is your one that you're like, that's the one I would love to grow in? They're all great. We all could have more of it all the time, right? We're all constantly growing. But would it be that confidence, self-esteem, money management, time management? Love that. or leadership skills. So if you're like, this sounds fun, like this Mary Kay thing, I would love at least a discount or the access to have a little bit more. Let me just show you what comes in our starter kit. You might have seen it. Let's do a refresher. We have a really fun signing bonus, and then we're going to give away our final little kit for you guys, which is that fun foundation kit. So this is our starter kit here. You get over $400 worth of full-size product in our eStart Plus Pro Start. It's only $125. You get 5 CC creams in every shade. That's what I put on my face today. You get our eye makeup remover. You get our microdermabrasion set. That's what I used on the back of my hand to make it all soft before foundation. Our charcoal mask, our Time Wise Miracle set in 2 formulas, super cute bag, our website, the training, the friends, all of that comes out of your Pro Start. And then the $35 eStart doesn't come with any products, but it does come with all of your e-tools. So your website, ability to process credit cards, and just get going with your business right away. Or it's kind of like a Costco membership, like immediately gives you access to get your discount. So those are some of those starter kit options. And then I don't know if you have it nearby. Melissa, do you have the foundation primer picture? Because I don't have it near of the signing bonus. So if this is something you're like, that sounds fun, I would rather just try it myself and see where it goes. We have a fun little special for you tonight that if you decide to sign up in the next 24 hours, you can get a foundation primer for free. So that's a $20 value. So basically it makes the $35 option almost free at this point because of all the things that you'd be getting, which is really cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and do our last giveaway. You're going to get that CC cream, cream blush, and concealer. Connect with your consultant if you're the winner, because we want to make sure we'll match you and get you the right colors and pick everything out. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Asha, she is just on fire tonight. Goodness gracious, winner, chicken dinner. I love it. All right, ladies. Well, before you pop off, tell me what tip you're most excited about that you learned tonight, or what you're most excited to try with your foundation. What is your biggest takeaway of this evening that's going to help you with your foundation journey? Concealer application. Kathy's excited about some blush. I love it. I love how it feels. I don't know. It's been in my thing because I showed everybody the new products, and I don't know why I haven't been using it every day because it's just so glowy. CC cream, right color matches and choices, concealer. Yes. And look at this, you guys, as this regular natural light is coming in. No changes, no demarcation in the jaw. Natural looking. Okay. All right. Well, it was so fun hanging out with you ladies. We hope you have an awesome evening. Connect with your consultant to take advantage of some of those specials and get your hands on some of these new fun products. We will be having our big $1,000 giveaway at the end of this month. So let me just show you the flyer for that, because you all get an entry. But if you do that AI matching, you're going to get another entry as well. So let me just really quick find it for you real fast. The date. I just need the date, and I don't know where it is. Do you have it handy, Melissa? I'm sorry, I put you on the spot with that one, but I don't know. It's like in a folder somewhere on mine right now. We are giving away $500 to a guest and $500 to our consultant, plus multiple other cash giveaways during the event. So if you've had a facial with us recently in the last 3 months, you're getting an entry for that. If you've purchased product, every time you have, you're getting an entry for that. For coming on these makeup workshops, you're getting an entry every time for that. If you have done any of these fun apps to scan your skin, like our skin analyzer or new AI foundation matching, you're getting an entry for that. So let's wrap those up so we can get you some cash. And on September 29th, we'll get to see you again. We'll send you an invite and you'll get to see the rest of our fall product launch. Have an amazing night, ladies. And we'll have the recording if you need it later for some tips. Talk to y'all later. Bye, girls.